Good morning, everyone. This is Coach Torres, and welcome to our Bike Trainer Session series. Today is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. Today is going to be a great session today. We're going to do a fat burning workout. This is one of my favorite workouts to do. We're going to be touching every energy system. We're going to go from high intensity all the way to tempo pace efforts into moderate efforts. We're going to touch all of them. So don't worry about it. You're going to have enough recovery between each set. Today, we're going to go by perceived exertion. Everybody is currently different nowadays. Sometimes we use technology too much to hold us back. And not today. Today we're going to go how you feel, because sometimes we might sign up and do a race and then our watch is not working, our power meter is not working, and we have to go by feeling. So we're going to be here for the next 10 minutes just warming up those legs. Then we start with some pickups, and then we go straight into our main set. If you're on a spin bike, make sure that you have, from a scale 1 to 10, I want you at a 3 to 4. If you're on a bike trainer, just like one of these, you get these online. I have a Fluid 2 trainer, old school, and it works perfectly. If you have a smart trainer, just put it on a free ride. If you're using Swift, Ruby, I want you to make sure you have a nice smooth pedal stroke. Give that upper body relax. As I mentioned, if you're on one of these bikes, I want you big trainer in the front, 21 in the back. 21 is the third cog from top to bottom if you have an 11 speed. I want you at light resistance, light to moderate resistance. Nice smooth pedal stroke, warming up those legs. I'm very excited for this upcoming week. I have some athletes racing at 70.3 St. George and at Gulf Coast, 70.3. Hopefully the weather is nice. I know the water temperature in Sandy Hollow in St. George is normally 55 degrees. It's a bit chilly. I want you to take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. And if you're doing Gulf Coast, you could have mixed days. Sometimes the winds could be tough. With the water, you'll have a great headwind on the bike, but then you have a tailwind on the way back home. Take a deep breath, inhale through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. You're going to be here for 7 more minutes, just warming up those legs. As I mentioned, this is going to be a fat burning workout. We're going to be tapping into every single energy system. Make sure you have some electrolytes with you and some water. You're doing a great job, everyone. You made the commitment to wake up early in the morning and get your workout done. I'm proud of you for that. Inhale and exhale. So let's go ahead and add one gear, add a little bit more resistance. I want you at moderate effort. Let's go ahead and add one gear. Waking up those legs. Keeping that foot flat. Focusing on that full pedal stroke. Nice and smooth. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. When it comes to triathlon, you have to be a strong cyclist so you can be an efficient runner. You have many people that focus too much on the run and don't spend that much time on the bike. You need to spend time on the bike, build tolerance, build strength, spend time in the gym, get strong legs. I see a lot of people, runners, that try to cross over and they ignore the gym. They need to spend some time at the gym. I'm a huge proponent when it comes to strength conditioning. It plays a crucial role when it comes to building power and strength on the bike. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. All right, guys, in 4 minutes, we're going to start with our first set of pickups. They're just going to be 30 seconds long. The first 20 seconds is going to be in the saddle, and the last 10 seconds is going to be out of the saddle. Make sure you're hydrating, taking some electrolytes, such as Scratch. Precision Nutrition has electrolytes. Whenever you take any kind of electrolytes, you need to follow it by water. Just because it has water mixed to it doesn't mean you're hydrating. Inhale and exhale. We're going in 3 minutes. I have a few races coming up. I got 70.3 Oregon. I have the World Champ, and then I have USA Triathlon Nationals in August. I might throw in a few sprints for practice training. And then I have the World Championship in Nice, in which I was very lucky to get a slot in. One of my goals is to get a World Championship slot for Hawaii next year in 2026. All right, guys, we're going to go in 2 minutes. But as I tell everyone, you have to put in the work. If you don't put in the work, you're not going to see the results. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Nice and smooth. You're all doing a great job becoming one with that saddle. Inhale and exhale. All right, guys, get ready. In 1 minute, we're going to add another gear. Pick up our pace for the first 20 seconds. And then the last 10 seconds is going to be out of the saddle. You're going to have a minute recovery between each one. We're going to go in 30 seconds. "15 seconds, guys. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Add a gear. Let's pick it up. If you're on a spin bike, just add a little bit more resistance. In 5 seconds, we're going to take it out of the saddle. Take it up. Back down. Soft pedal. Take it nice and easy. You still have resistance on that pedal stroke. Inhale. You're soft pedaling here. We're going to go in 30 seconds, guys. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. We're going in 10 seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Add those gears from the scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 and a 7. Every single bike tuner is different. I want you to feel that you have enough resistance from a 6 to 7, guys. Come on, 7 is hard. Take it out of the saddle in 3, 2, 1. Take it up. Three, 2, 1. Back down. Soft pedal. Make it nice and easy. Still tension on those legs. Flushing those legs out. Two down, 3 more to go. We have 1 minute recovery in between. Make sure you're hydrating. We're going to go in 20 seconds. One of the benefits of training on the bike trainer is constant tension on that pedal. You're going to get much stronger indoors than outdoors because you're working the entire time. Get ready. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Add those gears. Inhale and exhale. Come on, guys. Take it up. Light on those bars. Come on. And back down. Soft pedal. Take it nice and easy. You're all doing a great job, guys. Come on. We're going to have 1 minute recovery here. As I mentioned, today is going to be a fat burning workout. And you know what? Sweat is a fat crying. And we want her to cry. We want her like an emotional crying. Guys, get ready. We're going in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 and a 7. Inhale. Exhale. Get ready to take it out of the saddle in 3, 2, 1. Take it up. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Make it nice and easy. Spin out those legs. Inhale. Exhale. You're doing a great job. We got 2 more, guys. Come on. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. We're going in 15 seconds. Remember, we have 2 more. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 and a 7. If you're on a bike trainer like this, make sure you have enough resistance. If you're on a Swift or Ruby, make sure you adjust your gears accordingly. I want tension on the pedal. Get ready to take it out of the saddle. Here we go. Take it up. 3, 2, 1. Back down. Soft pedal. Make it nice and easy. Inhale and exhale. You're all doing a great job. We got 1 more round, guys. Make sure to subscribe and follow us and visit us at cfltriclub.com and TriPeak Athlete for all the training sessions that we have to offer, because we want to see you cross that finish line successfully. But remember, we just do 20% of the work. You do 80. You have to put in the work. We're going in 9 seconds, guys. Get ready. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 and a 7. Come on. Relax those shoulders. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Get ready to take it out of the saddle in 3, 2, 1. Take it up. 3, 2, 1. Back down and soft pedal. Good job, guys. I want you light to moderate resistance. Make sure you're hydrating. Such a beautiful view. Inhale and exhale. I want you to light to moderate resistance. From a scale 1 to 10, I want you between a 3 and a 4. I want tension on that pedal. Don't be cheating on yourself. You're all doing a great job. All right, guys, in 1 minute, we're going to start with that first segment. We're going to have 3 rounds of 5 minutes. This is going to be a moderate effort. I would like for your cadence between 80 and 85. Cadence is your revolutions per minute. This is how many times your legs go around in a circle. Old school, back in the day, we used to count how many times our knee touches our fist for 15 seconds and then multiply by 4. Now we have a cadence meter attached to your crank and it measures how many times it goes. All right, guys, get ready. 3 rounds of 5 minutes. At moderate effort, get ready to add those gears. Here we go. On a scale 1 to 10, I want you at moderate effort. People will call it 72 to 75% of your functioning threshold, but we don't care about that right now. We're going by feeling. Let's go by moderate effort, guys. Come on. Inhale and exhale. Nice smooth pedal stroke. I'm going to share with you, I've been very fortunate to live my dream and help countless of hundreds of people cross the finish line. I've been able to race around the world. One of my first big races was Escape of Alcatraz. That was before getting into Ironman. And it was called Escape of the Rock. So they drop you off at Alcatraz Island. And they'll tell you that the water's super cold. We had booties, a skull cap. I had hot water to put down my wetsuit to get ready to jump into ice cold water. And all I think was that the Titanic, when Jack was holding Rose before she was trying to jump off. And it says, don't worry, if you jump in, it's like being stabbed with 1,000 knives. And that's all I was thinking about before jumping in the water. And then I jumped in, and you're just putting your face, taking strokes, and you're like, oh my God, it's so freaking cold. I'll never forget. You're gasping for air, and then until your face gets numb. And they're like, okay, it's not that bad. And they were warning you have to make sure you're sighting. Because if you're not sighting, the current will take you. And then they'll have to pull you back in. And then you're off the course. I was like, oh my goodness. All right, guys, make sure you're moderate effort, guys. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. Come on. Nice and smooth pedal stroke, guys. Come on. You're able to hold the conversation just like we're doing right now. And then I was getting to shore. I'm getting out of the water. And my partner at the time, he's like, how you doing? And I'm like, my face was frozen. And I'm like, this is great. Because I couldn't move my jaw. So what you did was, your first transition was a run. Because you had to run 2 miles to your bike and then start the bike course. So my feet were numb, but I was like, all right, I have to push through. And we're running in San Francisco in a dirt trail. Because literally, it was called Escape from the Rock. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. And then I was pushing through and then getting on the bike. So I rented a bike at the time. It was a road bike. I made some quick adjustments on the road bike when I rented it. What did I know much? It was just my third to fourth year doing triathlons. Inhale. And exhale. And for those who know San Francisco, it's very hilly. You're just going up and down, up and down. And I was new to it. I didn't want to die. So I'm like being very cautious going up the hills. Take a deep breath, guys. Inhale. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And soft pedal. Make it nice and easy. We're going easy for a minute. You're all doing a great job, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure you're hydrating. Round 1 down. We got 2 more to go. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth. All right, guys, we're going again in 15 seconds. Remember, if you're taking some electrolytes, make sure you follow it with water. We're going again in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Take it back to moderate effort. We're here for 5 minutes. 1 down, 2 more to go. And then I was going up the hill. And then my chain dropped. I had to get off my bike. And then try to build momentum going up this hill. And you see the pros flying by me like there's no tomorrow. I'm like, okay, I'll catch up to them. I'm like, no. I was like, no. Take a deep breath, inhale. Exhale. And then that time, I was at Clydesdale. I was weighing 200 pounds. Because at that time, Clydesdale was 200 pounds. Inhale. Exhale. Guys, remember, you are a moderate effort. And then after you're done with the bike, then you had to do your run. And your run was through trails, running through sand. It was such an adventure. Because it was like, it reminded me when I was a kid when I used to live in Puerto Rico. And you're running through the backyard, through a forest, through trails, chasing people down. Inhale. Exhale. Guys, make sure you're a moderate effort. You're doing a great job, guys. And then there was a portion of it that you were running towards the Golden Gate Bridge. And you just look up and like, wow, mesmerizing. Who would have thought a kid from Lares, Puerto Rico? I was a chubby kid. And look at me now. I was like, wow. Who would have thought? The kid that was bullied at school, the kid that was picked on, the kid that was a nerd, making the impossible possible. And then I turned and looked, and there was a sand of stairs. I'm like, oh great, so much for breaking my dream. Now go up these stairs. So going up those stairs, I was like, oh, You're gasping for it, but once you got to the top, it was all downhill from there. Going through trails, through tunnels. It was awesome. And then when you're getting there to the bay, you're running towards the finish line. And at that time, there was this store called Sports Basement, in which that's where everyone bought their triathlon gear. And you saw the distance, and right next to it was a finish line. And you know, you could be suffering in the finish line, but once you start hearing the music from the finish line, I don't know what comes into you, but suddenly you have that extra gear. That extra gear that are like, okay, it's happening. And then you might not have been running before, but you start picking up the pace because you just want to be done. That sense of accomplishment. That was like, wow, I'm making the impossible possible. One more minute, guys, come on. And I got to tell you, you know, for me it was a great feat because it was like escape of Alcatraz. Swimming those, it was everything what everyone talked about. It was like getting that race was a lottery. And I was part of it. Inhale. Exhale. And then when you cross that finish line, I'm like, you get this joy, this emotion. Suddenly you want to start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? But then it's like, it's a sense of accomplishment. Because no one knows what you went through during those 2 hours while you were there pushing yourselves. You could have given up. You could have thrown in the towel. You could have stopped. 3, 2, 1, and soft pedal. Spin out your legs. You have 1 minute, nice and easy. You could have stopped. No one would have known, but you would have. But it's like you finished. And the euphoria, a sense of accomplishment. Like, wow, I did it. I pushed my body through limits. It was the best feeling in the world. And then I was like, all right, Hector, get ready. Because in 2 months, you have your first Ironman coming up. And that was Ironman Lanzarote. And at that time, Ironman Lanzarote was considered one of the toughest Ironman in the world. Little did I know. All right, guys, get ready. We're coming up to your last round of these. Get ready. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, add those gears. I want you at moderate effort. Make sure you're hydrating. Remember, it's only 5 minutes at moderate effort. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Nice and relaxed. So I'm very excited to do my first Ironman, as we all are, if we all take upon that challenge and that journey. Because there's only 1% of mankind that complete an Ironman. Just 1%. And being part of that 1% means so much. Because you have to give up so much. Those party times that you had over the weekends, those late nights, because you have to wake up the next day to get your workouts done. You have to say goodbye to all those birthday cakes, all those unhealthy foods, because you made a commitment to yourself to take a challenge. And Ironman is a challenge. And I have people who try to do the bare minimum, try to complete it, and they suffer. And they have a horrible experience. But for those who put in the work, they embrace the journey and they embrace the challenge. So I was getting ready for Lanzarote, and when I was there, I get there, I arrive at least 4 days beforehand. I had a layover in Philadelphia from Orlando, Philly to Madrid, Madrid to Lanzarote. I arrived, but my bike didn't. And hopefully, your bike will get there. So, I was sitting at Club La Santa. It's like a huge resort just for training. They have a great gym, an Olympic pool. They have all these rooms, they have cafes, they have everything. You name it, they have it. So I got there with my partner at the time, and it was a great experience, enjoying it. And at that time, iPods were just coming out. I know, I'm aging myself. iPods were just coming out. And we had the athlete briefing, and we were not allowed to use headphones or music on the bike, but we were allowed to use iPods on the run. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. I love it. So I was very excited. I'm like, all right, let's do this. So my bike arrived the day before the race. And little did I know about the bike course, that you started from 0 feet of elevation to 7,000 feet of elevation. I was like, okay, this is a lot. Coming from Florida. Guys, make sure you're modded up. We got 1 more minute. Inhale. Exhale. You're all doing a great job, guys. Come on. So I got on my bike, got everything done, and I was like, all right, let's do this. The race started. It was a 2-loop swim. I felt confident on the swim, but you're swimming with the current, against the current. I was like, oh. I'm so sluggish. I felt like I wasn't moving. But you know what? I finished it. Then got on the bike, and the bike was beautiful. You were going through, it was Lanzarote's volcanoes, black volcano rock, and soft pedal. All right, guys, soft pedal. We're gonna be here for 2 minutes. Make sure you're hydrating. So, the race and the bike course, you're just climbing. First 56 miles, you're just going uphill. And there was at a halfway point, it was La Punta del Diablo, the point of the devil, I think that's what it's called, or Devil's Fall. But it was like, literally, you look down, and there was the ocean, and you will fall. And special needs is where you get your extra nutrition that you packed yourself. And so I packed myself a peanut butter jelly sandwich. I was using Infinite Nutrition at the time. And I was feeling good. I was like, all right. I was climbing up the hill. But you're emotional. It's your first Ironman. You don't know what to expect. You're being challenged. All right, guys. I'm so sorry, but we have to go to our next set. Remember, I told you we're going to be hitting every single energy system. So now, from a scale of 1 to 10, I want you at a 6 to 7. That's right, 6 to 7. We can hold this for 3 minutes. We can have 4 rounds. We're going to have 90 seconds recovering between. If your cadence dropped, that's perfectly fine, but I want you pushing. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 to a 7. Your breathing is going to be slightly taxed, but you can still talk a little bit. Put 1 or 2 words in it. We're going to go in 1 minute. And we're getting to the top, and you see this sea of people on the road. And you're like, what's happening? And when you're psyching, you're like, what's happening? What is that? And then they're like, they have your name on your bib and your number. I'll never forget, my number was 216, and it says USA, and it was my name. They're like, 216, Mr. America. They called me out, and suddenly I'm coming into a sea of people. We're going in 10 seconds, guys. Get ready to add those gears. Let's go into 10. You want to take it to a 6 to a 7. We're going 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So you're climbing up this hill, and the sea of people is right in front of you. You start getting closer, and then they start opening up. And you're suffering because you're going up this hill, and there's people start screaming your name. They're like, dale, 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 dale. And they're like, dale, America, dale, America. And you're climbing up that hill. You're going up. And then you're just like, and people are tapping your back. And you're like, you want to like, oh, my legs are burning. Your legs are burning. But they're like, no, you have to keep on pedaling. They're tapping your back. You just want to get to the top. And they're like, you can do this, America, America. Dale, dale, dale. You keep on pushing. When you get to the top, you're like, and then you feel like, wow, I can't breathe. Because you're in high altitude. You can't breathe that much. 2 more minutes, guys, come on. Inhale. Exhale. And you're like, oh my goodness. And then I'm like, all right. Trying to compose yourself when you're up there. You get to the top, you look down and like, wow, I'm really high. And you think that going downhill is going to be easy. Make sure you're hydrating. Halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Come on, guys. And you think it's going to be easy coming on the way down. And it's not. Because you have turns back and forth. It's like, oh, I thought I was going to be coasting. No, you weren't. And I kept on pushing. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale through your mouth, guys. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. Come on. Come on, guys. 30 more seconds. Inhale. Relax your shoulders. It's all in your legs. Fifteen more seconds. 10. 3, 2, 1. Soft pedal. Spin out those legs. We have 90 seconds recovery. So you're doing switchbacks back into town, and my feet were burning. I was like, oh, this sucks. I stopped, I massaged my feet, and I was like, you have to keep on pushing because there's nothing around you. You have to keep on going. And it was my first Ironman. I was like, oh my goodness. I have to keep on going. And I just kept on pushing. I got to tell you, I was so excited when I got to the run course. I looked at my bike. I didn't want to see my bike again. And I looked back. I didn't train properly for that race. I was like, I learned from my mistakes. We're going to go in 20 seconds. We can take it back up to a scale 1 to 10, 6 or 7. 1 down, 3 more to go. Going in 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Come on, guys, 3 minutes. Add those gears, scale 1 to 10. Inhale. Exhale. Come on. You're climbing up, guys. Come on. On a nice, smooth pedal stroke. You're doing a great job. You could do anything for 3 minutes. Inhale. Exhale. Relax your shoulders. And when I got to the run, I sat down. I was like, all right, 26 miles. Oh, it's 4 laps on the run. Let's do this. I'm like, let's take 1 mile at a time. Inhale. Exhale. Come on, guys. You're doing a great job. Put on my iPod. That was allowed. And I went for the run. I was just excited. I was like running down there in Lanzarote. You were running on the beach line. There were people cheering you on. I'm like, all right, let's do this. I was just excited to be out there. And I got to tell you, sometimes we forget our why. But when you're out there by yourself, you have to remember why you're doing this. I was just like, I dreamt for that moment that when I crossed that finish line, that we were going to say, Hector Torres from the USA, you are an Ironman. That kept me going. I was like, okay, they're going to call my name. I know they are. I know they are. And I'm like, I just have to keep on pushing. I was like, I was a kid from Puerto Rico, from El Campo, from the farmland, then came back to America to live a dream. And I'm making it possible. I was like, just keep on pushing. 1 foot in front of the other. And sometimes we forget where we come from. We forget the trials and tribulations we went through. But we were going through all of that in our lives to make us who we are today. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soft pedal. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 3 and a 4. Don't take it too crazy. I still want resistance on that pedal stroke. We got 90 seconds, guys. Come on. 2 down. 2 more to go. So we forget that sometimes we go through things in life, that sometimes we think that we're never going to get through it. But we do. We go through that fog and we cross to that other side. And we think, oh, I'm never going to get through this. But you do. And that's just preparing you for what's to come. To build strength, to build resilience, to find determination within yourself that whatever goal that you set to do, you can make it happen. You guys, we're going in 20 seconds. 2 down, 2 more to go. Take a deep breath in through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Add those gears. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 and a 7. Let's go, guys. 3 minutes. So it was already nighttime when I was on my 3rd lap. I was like, all right, let's do this. And it was dark. And I got to tell you, I believe in God. And God will talk to you in many ways. You know, on the run, there was this huge restaurant. In the corner was a bunch of people. And I sat down for a second because I was tired. I just sat down just to tie my shoe. And they started screaming, yo, America, USA. And I looked back. They're like, keep on running. You're going to be an Ironman. And I'm like, okay, I'm just tying my shoe. Inhale. And exhale. I'm like, okay, get up. And just keep on going. And you keep on pushing. And then when I got to that last lap, and the last turnaround point, I was like, okay, I'm just 3 miles away. I could do 3 miles. I'm like, I'm going to do this. It's going to happen. I saw a mother-daughter walking, and I was just excited. I said, guys, you're going to do it. You guys are going to be an Ironman. And they're like, ah. And I was like, whatever. And I was excited. Excited to get to the finish line. Excited to see that a dream was going to come true. A dream that the unimaginable was going to happen. Inhale. Exhale, guys, come on. And I kept on pushing. And I was going back and forth with this guy from Italy. I was like, all right, let me run a little bit ahead of him. And I was opening up the gap, but then I had to pee. It's like, oh my God. There was no porta potty. So I ran into the bushes. Then I came out and I saw that he passed me. It's like, oh darn, I have to catch up to him. And I was catching up to him, and you could hear the crowds from the restaurants cheering because they were seeing, the effort that everyone was pushing just to get to the finish line. 3, 2, 1, soft pedal. Spin out those legs. I still want resistance on the pedal. 3 down, 1 more to go. And it was great. We were going back and forth. At that time, Jordan Sparks won American Idol. And I was listening to her music on my iPod. I was listening to the Pussycat Dolls. I was listening to Buttons. I was like, that's why if you ever come to one of my cycling sessions, I always play the Pussycat Dolls. And then we were going back and forth. And it was like those last 2 miles. And people were cheering. And there was this camaraderie of people that were passing. They're like, go get it, go get it, go get it. They're like, dale, 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 dale. And it was a community to help you to cross that finish line. So Italy and I were going back and forth. All right, guys, we're going again in 15 seconds. Are you ready? It's our last one of these. We're going in 10, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Scale 1 to 10. I want you between a 6 and a 7. Let's go, guys. Let's take it home. Last 3 minutes. So we're going back and forth, nonstop. And then I see the finish line. And remember, I told you how to go pee. I was catching up to him. He was right there at the finish line, 400 yards away. His family at that time, you could have crossed the finish line with your family members. He had his 2 kids come out, his wife, and they're crossing that finish line. I'm like, I could pass him. I could pass him right now. But then if I pass him, they're not going to say my name. They're going to say his name. And they're like, oh, and then Hector Torres. I'm like, no. I fought all day, all 15 hours and 30 minutes. I was out here. I want them to call my name. So, on my iPod, I was listening to Kelly Clarkson from A Moment Like This. And I had it on the perfect cue that when I hit that red carpet, she was going to hit that high note. I was like, no, let him have his moment. So I stopped and I pressed pause and I let him go. And I looked back to make sure there's no one else behind me because I wanted my moment. I saw him cross his finish line. I'm like, yep, he had his moment. I went ahead and I pressed play. And I have to tell you, the moment I hit that red carpet, we have a 100-yard dash to that finish line. I remembered every morning that I woke up that I did not want to. Those days that I got into the water when the water was too cold. The moments that you got on the bike when you had saddle sores. The moment that you had a foam roll consistently so you could prevent any injury. The moments that you wanted to give up, but you didn't. You kept on pushing. I remember all those moments. And then I started sprinting. I started sprinting towards that finish line. And then right before I crossed, I started taking a few steps. I smiled. And they said my name and soft pedal. Like, Hector Torres from the USA, you are an Ironman. And I have to tell you, everyone, you don't have to do an Ironman to feel an accomplishment. You can do a 5K. You can do a 10K. Whatever it is, you can set a goal and work towards those goals. Don't half-ass it. Don't give me mediocreness. I'm like, no, give me your best. When you wake up early, give me your best effort. Because when I coach my athletes, I don't coach motivation. I don't coach enthusiasm. I coach skills. Motivation comes from within. Dedication, grit comes from within. So you have to put in the work. Inhale. Exhale. All right, guys. That was 4 rounds. Now coming up to our last segment. Our last segment is going to be 5 rounds of 30 seconds. These are going to be high sprints. Scale 1 to 10. I want you at moderate effort, but I want your cadence to be high. If you feel that you're bouncing out of the saddle, that means you don't have enough resistance on that bike. So make sure you have enough resistance, moderate resistance, and you'll be pushing a high cadence. We're going to go in 40 seconds. Make sure you're hydrating. That was my first Ironman. I've done 37 since then. I've done hundreds of triathlons. Marathons, I've done 50. And you don't forget about those medals that you have. Don't store them away. Don't put them away. No. They're there to remind you of that hard effort that you put that day, that it should not be forgotten. Get ready, guys. We're going in 1 minute. July, we're going in 1 minute. I want your moderate effort. Let's take it right now to moderate effort. You know what? You're doing so well. Let's go in 10 seconds. Ready? Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Come on. Pick up your pace. It's only 30 seconds. Keeping that foot flat. Focus on that full pedal stroke. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Soft pedal. Nice and easy, guys. Come on. Make sure you're hydrating. You're doing great. All right, guys, get ready. We're going to go in 20 seconds. Let's get to moderate effort. You're all doing a great job. We're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Come on. Give me a high cadence. Relax those shoulders. Come on. Inhale and exhale. Come on. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Easy. Two down. 3 more to go, guys. Come on. There's light at the end of the tunnel. You deep breath in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. We're going in 20 seconds. Let's start adding those gears. I want your moderate effort. If you find yourself bouncing on that saddle, add a little bit more resistance. 3, 2, 1. Pick it up. Come on. High cadence, guys. Come on. Relax those shoulders. Come on. Three, 2, 1. Relax, soft pedal. Inhale. Exhale. You're all doing a great job. Get ready. Going 15 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pick it up, guys. Come on. Moderate effort. Pick up your cadence. Steady pace, guys. Come on. It's only 30 seconds. You can do anything for 30 seconds. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. Come on. Three, two, one. Soft pedal. You're all doing a great job. Inhale. Exhale. We're almost done. Relax those shoulders. I still want tension on that pedal. Here we go. In 15 seconds. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pick it up, guys. Come on. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Come on. Remember, anything is possible. You have to put in the work. Come on. Steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Soft pedal. One more, guys. One more. Come on. Last one, best one. Come on. You're all doing a great job, guys. Come on. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, guys. Are you ready to give me your best? Give me your best. We're going in 10. Take it to moderate effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Pick it up. Inhale. Exhale. Come on. Come on. Steady. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and soft pedal. Awesome job, guys. You all did an amazing job. Let's flush out your legs. Thank you so much for joining me today. It was a great fat burning workout. It's 70 minutes long. You can do it during your lunchtime, on the weekend. You can incorporate this during your long bike workouts, and then the rest of the ride, just keep it as zone 2. And that's at your moderate effort. Spin out your legs here. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and exhale through your mouth. Let's go ahead and sit up tall. Give me 8 shoulder rolls to the back. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Both hands to come to the back. Open up that chest. 8 shoulder rolls to the front. Good job, both hands to the front. It's very important for you to be stretching after your workouts. Do some dynamic stretches before, but then afterwards, you want to keep everything loose. Good job, shake it up. Bring one arm straight up. Right here. Stretch out your triceps. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good job. Switch. Shake it off. Your legs are slowing down. There you go. Take a deep breath. Now bring both feet flat. Bring your heels down, stretching out your calves. There you go. Switch. Switch again. One more time, switch. Good job. Unclip from the bike, step into the center. Right hand comes to the left handlebars, left hand comes to the saddle. Elongate your spine, twist. Good job. Switch to the other side. Good job. Come to the side of your bike. Now what I'd like for you to do, you're going to bring both feet parallel to the ground. Toes and your shoulders align. You want to bend one knee, come down, and then twist. Switch. Pressing the back of your knee, you can hold it for 2 seconds. Breathe, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Elongate your spine, you're folding forward. Good job. You're getting closer to the ground. Inhale and exhale. Good job. Leading with chin up, come up, grab your ankle. You want to bring that knee back, stretching out the hip flexor as well. Good job. Switch to the other side. Good job. Shake it off. Take a deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Switch to one side. Feel that stretch. Oh, it feels good. Come back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Switch to the other side. Awesome. Perfect. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for our next following sessions. And if you want more customized training sessions, don't forget to drop me a message at cfotryclub.com or TriPeak Athlete, and we'd be glad to help you cross that finish line together. I'll see you guys later and have an amazing day. Take care. Bye.